Peace of Christ be with you. This is a midweek reflection for Third Reformed on November 25th, which makes tomorrow Thanksgiving Day. And like so many things in 2020, it is shaping up to be a unique and probably strange experience for you. I know for many people, beloved traditions are being altered or even set aside in the face of the pandemic, which continues to take such a toll on our community and on our country. I don't know how you're going to be spending tomorrow, but I've heard from many people that it feels a little bit harder to give thanks this year. Thanksgiving is a civic holiday, but it's one that has roots in the Christian tradition, in particular, the practice of gratitude, giving thanks. Gratitude is a spiritual discipline, an intentional attitude, a posture of our hearts that keeps us open and receptive. It helps us recognize that every day written for us in the book of life, every breath we take, every beat of our hearts, comes as a gift from the Father of lights. We are promised none of it. And so everything we receive is intended to be received with gratitude. Now, I remember back to a season of time at Servants Community Church, where my wife Jen and I co-pastored for 10 years before I took the call here at Third. In one year in the season of Lent, the 40 days leading up to Easter, we were encouraging a different spiritual discipline every week. So we were challenging the congregation to say, hey, for the next week, try on the spiritual discipline of fill in the blank. And then next week we'll come back and in second hour kind of touch base on how that went. And then we'll send you home with another one. And so hopefully by the end of Lent, you got a half dozen new spiritual disciplines you've tried out. And hopefully one or two of them stick and become something that you build into the pattern of your life for however long it continues to bear fruit. One of those weeks, the spiritual discipline we sent people home with was gratitude. And I challenged the congregation to start every day with a list of 10 things they were thankful for. Before they did anything else, before you check Facebook, before you make breakfast, before you let the dog out, just right out of the gate. What are 10 things I'm grateful for at the dawn of this day? And then pay attention to how that changes the shape of the day. Well, we came back the next week in second hour. There were a lot of people who shared their lists of gratitude. And if everybody did 10 for every day, that's 70 points of things they were thankful for. It was super fun to hear what everybody came up with and helped me get to know people better. But I remember one person in particular, Dave Barrett. And Dave shared his list of things he was grateful for. And he shared about the profound impact that it had on him, how his days went so much better when he began with an attitude of gratitude, thankfulness, how it was shaping the way that he was viewing the world and even how it had him thinking throughout each day, looking for things that would make the list tomorrow. Well, Dave continued on with that practice, and in the months to come, his list turned into paragraphs explaining the gratitude he felt, and then that turned into page-long reflections on what it is we have to be grateful for. And every once in a while, he would just drop off in my office a handwritten contribution to his reflections on gratitude, and I'd type them up, print him out a couple hard copies, and by the end of the year, he had quite a little booklet put together. And he loved handing it out to other people in the congregation or volunteers from partner churches that were providing Wednesday night meals for the community, or down at the other way in the community center. Anywhere he could, he wanted to encourage people to be grateful and to pay attention to what God was doing in their lives. And I'll never forget the impact that had on me from that little 1-week assignment I gave out. It ended up turning into this beautiful deepening of faith for my friend Dave. I don't know, how easy it is for you to get into that posture of gratitude. I think for a lot of us on Thanksgiving, it's pretty easy that it just naturally wells up. You're with people that you love or engaged in traditions that have a long, rich history for you. For some of you, holidays have never been easy. Every year might bring stress from being with family where there's a lot of conflict, or maybe Thanksgiving brings with you a reminder of people that you have loved and lost, a spouse or a child, a sibling, a parent, that makes it hard for you to be thankful. Regardless of how Thanksgiving has gone for you in the past, regardless of how it's going to go for you this year with some of the new reality that we are dealing with, I want to encourage you to not just sit back and wait, hoping that thankfulness will show up in your heart, but to make it an intentional choice, to take on the spiritual discipline of gratitude, and at some point in the next couple of days, make that little bullet list before you go into a family gathering or pick up the phone for a call with people you're not able to be with. Maybe write a note to somebody. Maybe write a journal entry. But make an intentional choice to look around you and choose thankfulness. Because I guarantee you that even in the disruptive mess that is 2020, there are things to be grateful for. So keep your eyes peeled, pay attention, watch, and if you would be so brave, share in the comments below in the week to come the ways in which a choice of gratitude has impacted you this week. So I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving wherever it finds you, and I'll see you back online Sunday morning for the first Sunday of Advent.